When I was young, I used to pretend I was invincible. I'd put a towel on as my cape, throw on some Superman underwear, I'd climb on the furniture and shout, "I am invincible!" Did you ever do anything like that? I'm not asking if you wore superhero underwear. I mean, did you ever pretend you had superpowers or a gift you wanted to share with the world? Did you ever do anything like that? Well, for most people, this past year or so, it has been hard to feel like you had superpowers, right? Most industries have changed dramatically. And for those of you in sales, or if you own your own business, this past year, as we heard from some of the other speakers, has had plenty of turmoil and uncertainty. Which is why I want to talk to you about how you can make 2021 your year of invincible success. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to type something in the chat window. So go ahead, click on the toolbar right now, bring up the chat window. Now, I mentioned that invincible was my superpower. It's what I strive to be. But you may have another superpower or power word that gets you amped and focused on success. So why don't you go ahead and type that word or a couple of words into the chat window right now. Curiosity, I love it. Relentless, gratitude, grit, thank you, Merrick. Justice, Michael Carter. Organized, I love connection, I love that word. Thank you so much for sharing those. So now, when I say invincible, I want you to think of your word instead. In order to make 2021 an invincible success, I'm going to share with you 3 key strategies. These strategies are pulled straight from my book, and they're what took me from almost getting fired from Microsoft after my first year on the job because I was so bad at selling, to exceeding over $1 billion in sales, and then being asked to lead training efforts for hundreds of seasoned salespeople. And they are the same strategies I share with my clients, including Nancy. Nancy is a CEO of a multi-million-dollar organization here in the Chicago area. She leads a team of over 125 salespeople. Well, last April, Nancy came to me and said, "We're in trouble." She shared that she was worried her sales teams were going to lose momentum as they shifted to virtual selling. She recognized that her customers were hurting and wanted her teams to be best prepared on how to respond. So I worked with her teams using the 3 key strategies I'm about to share with you. And so her teams were able to quickly shift their sales processes. And Nancy now shares with me that they are on track to have a breakout 2021. So the 3 key strategies that you can use to make 2021 a breakout year for you is sell with confidence, lead with purpose, and speak with impact. In the time that we have, I'll share one tangible step that you can use immediately from each of these 3 strategies. And we'll start by ensuring you sell with confidence. Right now, your customers may still have uncertainty in their business. Are their employees coming back in the office, or are they staying remote? Is the economy going to fully recover? How are their customers responding to all of this change? Those many unknowns means your current and future customers need you now more than ever before. So the first step in selling with confidence is believe in the value you provide. Let your customers' uncertainty be your certainty. You are in the business of solving problems for your customers, and they need you. So don't talk yourself out of fully engaging with your customers right now because you're worried they might have too much going on or don't have budget or some other challenge. Instead, believe in your value, and you will always sell with confidence, both in person and virtually. Next, let's talk about lead with purpose. Now, raise your hand, your real hand. I can see the video. How many of you have ever once sat through a meeting that you felt was a waste of your time? Anyone? Anyone here? Certainly not this one, but you've probably experienced a meeting or two that was a waste of your time. Well, we want to make sure that we never waste our customers' time. And so in order to avoid that, the first way to lead with purpose is to have a clear and stated intention when you meet with your customer. So I want you to try this. The next time you schedule a customer meeting, write down the goal of that meeting and share it with both your customers and any team members that may be involved. By writing down the intent of the meeting and sharing it with your customer and team members, you make sure everyone is aligned towards that same shared purpose. You, your customer, your team members, all working together to address your customer's need. You do that, and you will always lead with purpose. The third and final strategy is speak with impact. Of course, again, there's multiple facets that go into speaking with impact, but let's focus on a key mistake I still see so many salespeople and leaders making when it comes to virtual sales. We're trying to build connection with those we serve, right? Well, it's impossible to do that without something that seems so simple and yet continues to be a challenge for many. And that's eye contact. Think about it. If you were in the room with your client or your peers, you wouldn't be looking down or off to the side as you talk to them, right? You wouldn't do that, right? No, of course not. You wouldn't do that. Well, we don't want to do that virtually either. And now, if this is a struggle for you, I have a solution. I encourage you to print out a picture of a loved one or someone you really enjoy talking to and tape that picture right beside the camera. And then use each meeting as a chance to have a conversation with that person. Your customers will feel the connection, which will build trust, rapport, confidence in doing business with you. And that's one way you will always speak with impact. Well, there you go. There are the three key strategies: sell with confidence, lead with purpose, and speak with impact. Use those strategies every time you engage with your customers, clients, team members, what have you. And if you do, you will make 2021 your year of invincible success so that you too can stand up and shout, "I am invincible!"
All right, I'm drawing the line at standing up and shouting, but I'm ready to be invincible. How about you? You have an